Hello from Team Yat Dragon. This is Ji Sifu and also Mark Josie on YouTube, of course. Okay, let's start with today's lecture. Now, this lecture is going to be a bit brain frying for people, but yeah, I'll see how you guys can handle this kind of intensive knowledge-based lectures and see how you guys like it. Okay, so let's try one lesson like this. This is going to be hard. A lot of internal works inside here. Okay, today I'll be talking about the theory of nine as in the number. Okay, now this is very fun. It's actually a very important theory to know, and I'll bring out some very commonly heard terms that you may have heard with Taoism stuff, but you never know that this is actually what it means. Okay, so let's start. Everything goes through 9 stages in nature. Everything goes through 9 stages of life, of process, and then after 9 stages, it will return and reset back to stage 1. And then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, boom. And then on 10, it goes back to 1. So basically 10 doesn't really exist. 10 is more like a resetting number. Now, I'm not talking about just a number, but let me give you a pretty brain-frying lesson here on what I mean. Okay, so let's start. Number 1, stage 1. Okay, stage 1, we call this the essence stage. The essence is sort of like a form of a seed, like the seed of a plant. It has everything within itself, like a self-contained, complete, wrapped up, or one whole thing that contains the potentials or all the elements that you or this thing will need to give birth to other things or the final product. And the final product is not set yet. Okay, right now it's just like the most essence stage. Now let's do a little metaphor here that makes it easier for us to understand. Okay, we will relate to an example of business. Okay, so now this is like where all the ideas, all the intention of making something or of doing whatever business will come out. Okay, let's say we want to make a folding knife. Okay, locked. Okay, so let's say we're going to make this thing. Okay, this is the business plan. Okay, we have the ideas, we have intention, we have the want, the desire, the money, everything, but no action. Okay, nothing is taking action. It's just all the elements, all the ingredients that need to create this as our final product. Okay, now a lot of variations or things can happen in the middle before that product is actually out on the market. You can, in the middle of the process, you can get to a point where you have no more capital, no money, and you cannot push it to the final. You can hire a bad bunch of people, like a bunch of useless worker who cannot put your nice idea to reality or to put it to like the physical form. You can somehow have accidents in the middle, and then like some explosion happened to your factory and you cannot continue. A lot of things can happen. Nothing is set yet. Everything is just like there and potentially waiting to grow. It's like the seed of a plant. It has not blossomed or come to action yet. Okay, this is number one. We can call this dimension number one or something like that. Okay, number one. Okay, now 2, 3, and 4. It's very, very critical. Now this is the 3 stages of pushing the number one, the essence thing, the seed thing, pushing it from to depart, to get out of its original spot, and then in transit, and then to arrive at the location that it's about to get into a process of creation. Now that sounds very interesting, eh? Process of creation. Wow, that sounds pretty cool. Anyway, so again, just like this, in the business structure, okay, it's like pushing, like going to a meeting, the ideas, the intention, or the money, everything, okay, gathered up, number one. Number 2, you are going to depart from this stage, trying to gather up this, okay, and then you have to get out of your seat and approach your workers who are in the office, not in the factory, okay, and then you have to transmit or to transfer all these things to, say, the meeting room or something like that, and then it will almost get to the workers, and the workers will do their internal works, and then later on the creation start, the making of the product start. Now this is the 3 stages we call Saam Ching. Usually people who used to study Taoism will be familiar with this word Saam Ching. They call this the 3 pure ones, and usually they portray it as a 3 old men just sitting there, and they, people think that it's 3 person, 3 old dude sitting there, just like some god or deity, something like that. Well, actually, it's not. The theory of Saam Ching is actually a concept, a theory, a concept of how things process or get processed or proceed. And also there's also a Saam Ching that follows later on, which is also part of this 9, the theory of 9. Okay, so let's get to this Saam Ching. Saam Ching, there's 3 stages. Now the word Ching itself, let's talk about Ching. Saam is 3 in Cantonese, okay? Ching. Now Ching, this word Ching is a very important word to learn and to understand precisely what it means. Now to Ching something, Chinese may think that, Ching is like to cleanse, to clean, okay? It doesn't mean that, okay? To Ching does not mean to clean. To Ching, it means that when you are trying to Ching something, it means from your party, okay? You have you have set the element, the ingredient to be chinged, which is, for example, okay, we have a cup, okay? Now we have a cup of tea inside here with a tea bag. Now we want to, like, this is done, okay? It's finished. We want to ching this away. It means you have element, which is the subject, okay? You have set the motion or the action, the thing you want to do with it, which is to ching this away from your place. Now, the last final result is left for the responsive side to determine how it's going to be after you have changed the thing over. Okay, so you do not set the destiny, the final result of this thing and how it's going to turn out in the other place. So if I change the cup of like this whole thing to my kitchen, okay, I put this travel to the kitchen, put it down and put it there. Now I change this to the kitchen. Now, if there is a rat in the kitchen or a squirrel there and drink my cup of tea, I cannot do anything about it. I only change from me to the kitchen, done. The destiny, whatever is going to happen to the cup of tea, is up to the new location or the new party. Okay? So, as you can see, to change something, it's really like to remove or to transfer something to another place or another party or other person, whatever. After it goes to the other side, it is up to that side to decide what to do, what can happen, and give further results. The change process involves three processes of change. First one is to change. Okay, you have the thing right here. Change. The first one is to change it out of its own position, and then to transfer this to the middle between you and the destination, which is like if this is going to the kitchen, then it's the first is to change from my hand out of my hand. The second is to change from this area to the kitchen. Now the third one is to change this to enter the kitchen. So after the thing enters the kitchen, it will go through another stage. But as you can see, the three stages of change is like this. Now there are deeper explanation and theories that I have to like I will teach my disciples on private. Those are more complicated and requires more readings instead of just talking. So you really need to digest. But right now I'm trying to keep it simple for you guys. So you because you guys are not like one-on-one learning from me. So it's hard to explain everything very, very, very deeply. But I can tell you that there are like a lot more details inside this theory. Okay, I'm just trying to go very, very surface right here. Okay, so the three stages of change is like this. Okay? Putting the essence thing out of its shell. It's like the seed just go pop. But after the seed pop, it does not grow yet. Okay, after it goes like that, it does not grow yet. There is a stage where it's starting to go out, and then it transfers from that stage in transition to the next stage, and then finally going to the stage where the seed is going to grow. So there's like three stages. One is from the essence form, okay, the essence form, enclosed and wrapped up. Now the first thing is to break away from the wrap and then transfer in transition from that to the next stage and then to arrive at the next stage. It's very much like that. Three stages of change. Okay? The three stages, 2, 3, 4, are usually unseen, not seen. Okay? When the boss of a company trying to bring his ideas and thought and all that stuff to the workers below, or the managers below, and then the managers have to distribute the workload to the other people, right? So during that stage, usually it's more like the back end. You don't see it, like the outside don't see it. It's not public. It's not for people to see. Usually all that stuff is done at the back end. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 is all enclosed and not seen all the time. Now number five is a stage of covered up and creation. Not really covered up, but to like shield up or to enclosed and then be nourished and create. Okay, so you can really kind of think of number 5 as like when like the seed, it's growing underground, like the plant is growing underground, but has not popped up yet. Like it may be extending its stem and stuff to almost come up, but it's not up yet. Now during that time, it's still unseen and all covered up by the mud and soil and stuff like that. Now during that stage, a lot of nourishing is being done while it's creating. Now this stage is very, very important. If things are being moved around, shuffled around, then this thing cannot be born to come out of the ground because you have messed up the nourishing and the stuff like that inside there. It's sort of like pregnancy. When you're pregnant, the baby is inside, it's all covered up, right? You don't want to jump around and hop around and stuff like that, which messed up the whole thing inside that is growing. So that is the best metaphor you can use, the pregnancy. You don't want to mess it up. Now, compared to the business structure metaphor, number 5 is like when all these workers and managers are trying to just do their thing to plan and execute the plan from the boss and make things to become the form that can allow them to give it to the workers and to make the thing. You don't see all these making process in the factory, right? You don't get to see it. They cover it up. You don't see it. If you disturb the factory and you like get people go in the factory and start tour around and stuff like that, it messed up their operation and the product cannot be born, right? Very cool. Okay, so number 6 is fun. Number 6, we call this oh, by the way, number 5 we call that lim jing. Lim jing. Lim is to cover, and jing is to be born. It's like pregnancy, creating, giving birth to, like that. Okay. Now number 6 is the mo kup. Mo kup is like interacting with the external source while you're still holding on to yourself. The best mo kup example is like a torch. You know, the like this, or a lighter, like this. Okay. Mo kup. Why? Okay, while you're still keeping the flame here, you see, you're not pushing the whole ball of fire out of this structure. Okay, it is actually just trying to communicate and interact with the exterior right here with its energy while keeping the tail right here, right? It's not coming out. It's keeping the thing inside. So that is mo kup. Mo kup is like to communicate with the outside while you're not unleashing yourself yet. So compared to the business structure, it's like when you're doing marketing and sales, marketing, research, survey, whatever, stuff like that. You are communicating and interacting with the outside, with the like your product is done, okay? The product is basically done, but it's just not really like totally done for the public yet. It's not released to the public yet. It's more of like we say it's hidden side, or the yum side of the stuff is done. Like the back end, like the stuff is all done, okay, at the back end. The product is made, it's about to be pushed out, but there needs to be some advertising, marketing, stuff like that. So they will have to see the reaction of the public, the audience, the customers, and see how they react, and then they can decide how to push it out. Now this stage of mold cook is very important. Without this, the final product cannot go out. So when a plant or the seed start to perk out, before there's the first two leaves going out, the stem is the mold cook thing. It's just about to like sense the ground, the air above. It's not sticking up yet. Maybe it's a tiny bit sticking out, but it's not totally out yet. It's just sensing the environment around to absorb a bit of the elements around. And after it absorbs, it will then be able to adjust the internal. And then after it adjusts, it will be able to get rid of its boundary and then push the thing to final. The final is number 7. Number 7 is when things push to outside, to push it out. It's the step of kicking or launching stuff out. While it's launching, it also has the ability of stopping things from going back in. Now, this is the two-way thing, okay? You launch, because you're launching, okay, it stops things from going into here. It's a very, you can say it's like this. When you are trying to push air from a hair dryer, like this, you're launching, right? Because of that launching, there's always a resistant force. You cannot go in from the same place while something is launching. It's just like saying, when a rocket is launching up, you cannot go from the top and go back down. It's impossible, right? So it has the property of stopping things from going in or out because something is launching or being launched. This is number 7. Yeah, number 7, we call this the Po Guan. Po Guan is to break out of the army or of the unit, okay, the whole unit, which means it's like when the product is going to launch outside of the company's internal network. So the product is made, it's marketed, and now it's about to launch out of the company's office. It's going to go to the shops to sell, okay, to promote and sell out there. So number 7 is very important. Now number 8 is a more important step. It is the physical step, the physical final. The physical final is after the thing is launched. The physical product is now at the store, being used, being seen, and starting to be consumed. Now this is number 8. Number 8 is actually a very critical stage, and it's a stage of when this product or the thing, it's being consumed and it's starting to use up the object's lifespan. Okay, for example, this knife. Okay, this knife. Number 8 is when the user start to use it. And then when the user start to use it, the lifespan of the knife will wear off every day. No matter what it is, it can rust, it can get dull, whatever. It's just start to keep on being used from this stage. And it will start to deteriorate, whatever, But then, while it's being deteriorated or being used, the energy, the message or the energy that the company have put into this will be transferred to the user. The user, then every day the user will get that energy, and in return the energy converts to other form and other non-physical form for the user. The user take this, use it every day because of all the energy, the effort, the material, the labor work, whatever they put into this product. Every day when you start to use it, okay, this thing gets dull. This thing will rust, whatever. It will get loosened up, whatever, okay? Because of these, every day, you, the user, will gain. What do you gain? You gain the love to the knife. Every day you use it, you feel it's so practical. Wow, it's so sharp. Wow, this is like so handy. Wow, it saved my life today, whatever, okay? It turns to another form of non-physical properties, energy, or elements, and it goes and soak into you, the user. The user, after this thing is all done, it's totally garbage, okay? After it's all consumed, the user also conclude and complete its journey with the object. The object is dead, but then you also have a full and fully received all your potential things that you're supposed to have from this. For example, the things that you can do with it, the experience, the feeling, the love of this knife, whatever, is soaked into you already after the full journey is done. Now that is fun, eh? Number 8 is actually super important. It's the physical state, the final physical state after things have been launched and it starts to be consumed in number 8. Now in number 9, okay, it's when this is fully consumed and turned into another state, a state of transitioning this back to elements. It's like saying when we're recycling. When this thing is garbage, it's no good anymore. You want to, like, we're done with this, okay? We are going to throw it out. Now this thing becomes garbage, and the garbage will be recycled. While it be recycled, it will return back to elements such as the metal, the screws will be recycled, the plastic will be recycled, whatever, okay? And during that time, you also, as we said, have completely received and come to a conclusion of your experience with this object. And in this situation, let me pick that knife up. So in this situation, you actually already fully received and absorbed all the stuff that you have throughout the journey with this object. And the company have successfully fully transferred its energy to you. Which means not only energy like light, water, no, not that kind of energy. I'm talking about like their thoughts, their intention, the brain power, the effort, all that stuff. When people are making a knife, if, for example, the company really love their knife, they put a lot of effort in it. They put a lot of effort in the design, the blade, the sharpening work, all that stuff is now turned into a non-physical form and being felt, remembered, absorbed by your brain, your mind. Every day you use it and like, you know... Okay guys, the battery just ran out and went dead. So, yeah, I think the filming is getting kind of long. So, yeah, as you can see, we talked about the 9 stages of things. And we are actually right now at the stage 8 of our life. So we are non-stop wearing out physically, but also gaining spiritually or non-physically. So, and stage 9 is after death. When we are dead, when we die, we go to stage 9. And then stage 9 is to process and go back to stage 1 and cycle back to what we are supposed to be before we come to life. Now, this is a lot of stuff to learn later on and lots of stuff to talk about. And you'll be able to understand what we are before you're born and how it is after life and such like that. Now, these things are very deep and require a lot more knowledge to understand and such. But we'll get into those later on. And we'll talk about our spiritual planet form and our spiritual soul form, and then which relate to our physical body form right here. So stay tuned for my future videos. And remember to subscribe, like, and share the videos out. Get more people over. So hope you like the videos. Enjoy. And bye-bye. Time to recharge.